Yay. Okay. Welcome everybody to our team training. Today we're going to go over, so I'm Rosalie. Erica is on my top right of my screen at least. And we have a small showing today because I guess summer is tough. But I'm still so glad you guys are here and hopefully everybody will get a chance to check out the replay because we're going to go through step by step on the whydelight.com, which is a wonderful website that some of the team leaders have put together for our client and prospects. It's really so much easier to navigate and grab informations from than our LifeWave website. So it's very, very nice. It's one directional, meaning you start at the beginning, you end at the bottom. You don't have to like click out click out or anything like that. So it's you'll see. Have any of you go through the website carefully or read it or anything like that? I would
What's the URL again?
it's whythelight.com.
Oh,
Yeah,
why the light?
I
yeah,
Why?
have.
that's good. Yeah, so you liked it, right? What do
Yes,
you
very
think?
much so.
It's just focused on X39 and
Oh,
it's very easy to follow. Everything is large font, a lot of photos, and I'm actually going to
we could
share.
look at the website on your
Um,
phone.
yeah, you can do that too. You can as we could talk through it. Oops, it's the wrong one. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yes. Can you just make it bigger?
It is bigger.
It is pretty
It
big.
takes over my entire screen right
It
now.
is.
Okay, then I am going to make it bigger on my end. I'm going
Yeah.
to get out of all these people and hide. Hide.
Yeah. So
Nope.
you can also,
there.
Okay.
oh shoot, what did I do? Can you still see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What did I do that got it to, huh?
I rotated it sideways, so it made
Good.
it bigger.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So Erica, take it away. We're gonna kind of
Sounds
share going
good.
through this so you don't get sick of hearing one voice the whole time, okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna have you scroll down just a little bit more, Rosalie.
It's
And
at
I
the
first
top.
want to,
It's at the top. On my screen, it's completely at the top. You mean or scroll this way or
Yes,
scroll?
that's good.
yeah, yeah. I just want everybody to be able to see right where it says English right here. The first thing that you need to know is that this is actually going to be in different languages. So if you have a friend or a family member that lives in another country that we do LifeWave in, you can actually switch it into their language. And so that can be something that they'll be able to understand. Not everything may switch over into that language, but for the most part of it, they'll be able to read it and understand it. So that's the number one feature that you really want to be aware of. You
And
can live here locally, but do work globally in the countries that we are active in. And we have about 86 different countries. Okay.
yeah, so
So when you,
can I read off the country they're in? It's in the language is in Swedish, German, Estonian. What is that? What's Estonian?
from
Um,
Estonia, it's a
oh,
country in Europe,
okay. No.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Uh,
It's
Vietnamese,
tiny.
Vietnamese, awesome, and Spanish. Okay, so that's the various languages in.
Okay. So this is the website that you will be seeing, and please note where it says after 10 years of stem cell research and over 200 global patents, they are actually talking about the specific patch of X39. This website is focusing on X39, and also at the bottom, you'll see the performance bundles that we'll go over or we'll be seeing. But for right now, this is really predominantly about X39. And just so you know, the company has been around since 2004, but it took David Schmidt 10 years for him to come out with the X39 that came out in 2019. So it's a fairly new patch. From 2019 till now is what, 7 years. And that's our flagship patch. And that's why we have one particular website dedicated just for that. So we discovered a way to signal your body's own stem cell production using light, not chemicals. It's like flipping your body's own repair switch safely, effortlessly, and from within. So
And
keep going.
you notice it say to over 200 global patents. We're actually over 250 global patents right now as a company.
Mhm. So I looked at this and I had to say to Rosalie today, I said, I don't understand. What am I trying to learn here, Rosalie? And it's like a battery. So take a look at the image that you see with the woman, and you see how there's more bars on the younger looking face versus less bars on the wrinkled face. Well, I'm going to use the analogy. Think of a battery being charged up. And that battery being charged up are your stem cells. And the battery that isn't so charged up are the less stem cells activity that you have. So you'll see how her face is nice and clean, no wrinkles, good elasticity in her face. That's a charged one with her stem cells versus the wrinkles, the saggy, the drooping, the hair color that is being low charged because of lack of stem cells, because the more we age, the less stem cells we have. Okay, so why all the research? As you age, your body naturally repair stem cells slow down. Fewer active cells means your body heals more slowly and shows signs of aging faster. And that's exactly what you're looking at. And you start to feel that you have more aches and stiffness, poor sleep and slow recovery, low energy and focus, fine lines, thinning hair and inflammation. If you could safely and affordably repair and regenerate from the inside out, wouldn't you want to? So that's that right over there. And I love this slide because it's kind of giving you the anatomy of what is in the patch. This isn't a better pill, cream, or injectable trend. This is a completely new category, a wearable non-transdermal patch with real results backed by science, clinical studies, and global patents. No drugs, no injections, no guesswork, no side effects, just the light, sending a signal your body forgot until now. So when you see the patch, I look at this as the anatomy of the patch and the four different layers that they're talking about. Once it comes up, the crystalline lattice, the nanocrystals embedded into the fabric disc, that's going to be the salt, amino acids, oxygen, and water. And then that is on the inside of the actual, let me show you what the patch looks like. I know you all know what it is, but I'll just show you.
I don't think we can see you.
Oh, you can't see me?
Well, we
Oh,
can see you, but you're really tiny, so I don't know if you hold it up, if you can see it or not, but try
oh,
Try
it.
it.
Just try it.
okay. So I'm undoing a patch, and
Yeah,
you're
we
going to
can see it.
have this part right in here is where the crystalline lattice is. That's the fabric disc, okay? And then you also have the medical grade, which is all going to be on the outside over here, and that is the the sticky part. It's hyperallergenic, acrylic adhesive from 3M, and the fabric disc fully encased in medical. I have to wait until it comes back up again, but you can see how, if you see,
All
there's
the
actually
layers of
three
the
different
patch.
layers in here. And the fabric disc fully encased in medical grade
Ethylene.
polyethylene casing. I'm sure that that's what it said. And then the internal fabric reflector reflects very specific wavelength light to the skin. So if you can see there's the outer, an inner, and then another inner over there. Now I got to put this on me. So here we go.
So
My
basically,
second one today.
so basically, because it is encased in that whole thing, that's why it's completely waterproof.
Hmm.
Literally, you can wear it swimming, do whatever. It's fine sweating and stuff. And also the fact that just because they all look the same, except for the backing, it say the name of the product, the inside where the crystalline lattice is, it's completely different from patch to patch. That's where, even though they're made from the same components, they are structured so that it's like a lattice in different format that which each of them reflect a different wavelength of light, not the same wavelength of light. That's why it will trigger your brain to signal like the production of GHK copper peptide in X39. It trigger the AHK copper peptide in X49 and so on and so forth. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, correct. All right, we're going to put this 3-minute video on for you guys.
Okay.
And this is just how the patch
Light,
works.
the energy of life itself. Since the beginning of time, light has sustained us, fueled our growth, and shaped the world. Even Einstein recognized that everything we are is made of light. But what if we could harness the light within us, not just to live, but to renew, restore, and rejuvenate? As time goes on, we begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Energy fades, sleep declines, and healing takes longer. The reason? Our stem cells, the building blocks of renewal, become less effective over time. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering groundbreaking technology to help the body do what it was designed to do, only better. Introducing LifeWave X39, the first product in the world that activates stem cells using our body's own light. Backed by clinical research, multiple patents, and over 10 years of stem cell research, LifeWave's founder, David Schmidt, achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others, despite years of research and billions in funding, could not. The result, a revolutionary wearable light technology that unlocks the power of activating our own stem cells with a single, safe, affordable, non-transdermal patch that puts you back in control of how you look, feel, and perform. Here's how it works. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light. When an X39 patch is applied to any point on the body, our infrared light is reflected back into the tissue, sending a signal to the brain, activating a powerful peptide, GHK copper peptide, known to activate our stem cells. These younger, more effective stem cells then go to work, enhancing energy, relieving pain, improving sleep, accelerating recovery, and promoting healthier hair and skin. Unlike drugs or chemicals, X39 works naturally, awakening your body's ability to heal and thrive. Whether you want to boost energy for your busy life, recover faster, or simply feel your best, X39 supports your body's natural renewal process, helping you live long, live well, and live young. No matter your age or stage in life, your body is capable of more than you realize. It's time to unlock your full potential, restore your vitality, and embrace a healthier, more vibrant you. Be the light with LifeWave X39.
Isn't that awesome? I love that video so much. It's a great
So
one.
how many of you haven't even seen that video, just as a show of hands, and I can't even see your hands. But if you haven't watched that video, how easy was that for 3 minutes for you to sit and watch it, learn something from it, but then again be able to share it with somebody, because it's pretty straightforward how they are explaining it. They're explaining the patch points, they're explaining how it works, what it's going to do for you, the benefits of it. And it takes that off of you to try and figure out the science behind it when you're brand new and you may not know how to explain it correctly. But this 3-minute video can do that. And that's going to be in the website when you send it to somebody. And all you do is say, there's a 3-minute video I really want you to watch. And that will help explain how the patches work. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so the next section, why light? Light is information and your body is always listening. It's acupuncture meets quantum biology without needles or complexity. Our patent patch reflects specific wavelength of light that stimulate your skin to elevate GHK copper. The copper peptide clinically proven to repair and regenerate damaged stem cells. Nothing enters your body. Your body knows what to do. The patch simply reminds it. I mean, it's very short amount of wording, but a lot of information in there, okay? This isn't about quick fix or masking symptoms. Make sure people know about that. It is not like popping a Tylenol. Imagine waking up with energy that doesn't come from caffeine, skin that reflects your vitality, a body that responds like it remembers who it was built to be, renew energy that carry you through the day, deep restorative sleep and improved brain clarity, smoother, younger looking skin with natural collagen support, faster recovery from exercise or life, regeneration that starts from the inside out, and most importantly, feeling like yourself again. Isn't that powerful, guys? I mean, it's so good. Okay, so this is the first place where it actually takes you someplace else, but it takes you to a different page if you wanted to click there, but it keep this page exactly the place where you after you click it out. So this is talking specifically on GHK copper peptide. GHK-Cu, your body owns super peptide, the master switch that turns your body healing capacity back on. As we age, the natural levels of GHK-Cu in our body decline, and with them, our ability to repair, renew, and regenerate. Our patches is clinically proven to elevate GHK-Cu, restoring this vital copper peptide to a youthful levels. Even if you don't feel something right away, your cells are already hard at work, repairing what's most important first, then moving to the changes that you can see and feel, like your exterior, your skin and your hair and things like that. Now, if you can see this little thing and you click this over, and I actually already clicked it before, but nevertheless, you basically just have a separate page that talks strictly on GHK copper peptide. And this product, I actually just bought the book from Dr. Lauren Picard. You can get it from Amazon or whatever. It's really a good book, giving you so much background on it. But this is the master switch, okay, that turns your body healing capacity back on. This is what he looks like. Dr. Lauren Picard discovered GHK and many of its biological effects. He has a BA from University of Minnesota in chemistry and mathematics, has a PhD in biochemistry from UCSF, and his original thesis was titled "A Tripeptide from Human Serum" back in 1973. So stem cells and other actions, GHK copper peptide, activate your own stem cell to repair and regenerate you, just like when you were younger. As we age, we produce less and less stem cells, slowing down our ability to repair and regenerate itself. You see how the information is a little bit repetitive, which is great because as human, we learn from repetition, just like we practice Zumba dance by doing it over and over again. Yeah, right, Mel?
Yes.
So GHK copper peptide activate pluripotent, that's mean multiple different type, pluripotent stem cells, which have the unique ability to turn into any cells your body needs for it to repair and regenerate of critical issues such as our skin, connective tissues, and organs. It caused adult stem cells to start producing again more and more stem cells and reset stem cells to a younger, healthier state. Okay, so in Dr. Picard book, and he has several, he separate them into different type of effects. And so we did the same thing. That is amazing. You can read about the skin and hair, but it's like tighten loose skin, thick and older skin, older skin, it's very thin. So a lot of time people can see their veins and they scrape very easily. It's thickening them up, reduce fine line and wrinkles, reduce skin spot, lesions, protect skin cell from UV radiation. That's actually very, very important. Increase hair growth and thickness and accelerate wound healing. Now, the one that I don't know that all of you know, but this is super, super important. GHK-Cu is reset the cellular death of cycles, cellular death cycle for fast-growing cells. And fast-growing cells are basically cancer cells. Okay, so it reset it and it basically caused them to die. They topped the list, GHK topped the list, that peptide topped the list of the 1,300 bioactive compounds for fast-growing colon cells, meaning these are like if they have 1,300 compounds that they would use in chemotherapy, whatever it is, to try to kill and stop colon cancer cells to grow, GHK is one of the top one on that 1,300 list. It's inhibit NFKB, PO, whatever, P65, which believed to promote cancerous cells. We always use the word fast-growing cells because with the Food and Drug Administration, our product doesn't have any drugs in it. So we cannot really talk about like a particular disease like cancer and stuff. So we use different words, but it means the same thing. They repair damaged cells, 47 genes up, 5 genes down, and reset 84 genes to inhibit fast-growing cells. So it does a lot for that. That's why some of our testimonial deal with people that recover from cancer without even had surgery. Not that we recommend you do that. That's something that's really up to, but we have multiple cases, including one right in our backyard in Orange County that have seen that when her cancer came back second time, third time, and so on. Lung protection. This is actually, I wish Karen is here. Karen, one of our team members, have holes in her lungs. This topped the list, the same that for the 1,300 bioactive compounds for chronic pulmonary issues. Pulmonary mean lungs. They restore healthy functions in lung cells, and it protects lung cells from damage. So it's really good for that. You know, people that have issues with that, if they've been smoking a lot or all their lives, having F39 on there would really help them out. Antioxidation, oxidant and anti-inflammatory, they GHK increase the superoxide dismutase 1, that's the SOD1 right there. And actually, when I read about it, if you read something you don't quite know, we have a whole thing in our back pocket, right? Which talked about, what do you call it? Let me see, where did I put it? So I didn't quite know what it was, so I Google it. And it's really nice. This particular one has a beautiful thing that talk about superoxide dismutate genes and what it does and so on. Very short, because with AI nowadays, they still distill it down to very little information. So anything you read on there, you don't have to be expert in it. You don't have to memorize it, but just the first time, it really helps to kind of just, listen to it. I mean, understand it when you first read about it. GHK also suppressed what is that? The same thing, NFKB, a molecule believed to be the primary cause of aging, and it completely block out oxidation, which is like oxidative stress and stuff. I also looked that up because I didn't, it's kind of a little bit what's the word? I heard about it. We've all heard of oxidative stress, but I can never quite, yeah, I can never quite remember what it does. So I Google it. And again, it's these, based on the food we eat, the pollutions we, put into our body and so forth from the environment. Oxidative stress is basically a lot of free radicals that we have in our body. And when they're around, if it's a small amount, then our body can try to get rid of it. But when it's getting to the stage where in our environment, that's what most of us have, we have so much of it, then it started to, because it's missing an electron or a photon, it starts to steal that from healthy cells, making our healthy cells sick. And that's why anything that antioxidation, which is, some of our other patches does that, anti-inflammation, EON, and so on, is so important. But GHK have that property as well. So brain and nerves, it's altered the expression of human genes important in neuron functions with 400, the gene expression of over 400 genes go up and 230 genes go down. This is so important because, you have any client that potentially suffer from symptoms of dementia and memory loss and things like that, or brain injury from an accident, having X39, and there's a couple of other patches that focus on brain that is like superb for them to get to get on their body. GHK also induce strong anti-stress and anti-aging. I mean, anti-anger. I'm sorry. I need that. And it's also induced anti-discomfort activity. I'm not sure what that's about. And it's now used for damaged spinal cords as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really good. Did you want
And
to
it
say
may
something?
take time and time over, it's not
Yeah.
going to be that quick fix. It's going to be continuous and consistent use of using the X39, the proper hydration, movement. That's how David Schmidt always speaks, that's what we need to do for the patches to work, get your right supplements. And that's why he created Celergize and of course the light infused water, and then do all of the basic things you should be doing. And he really stresses proper sleep and movement. So yeah.
Yeah.
An additional act, did you want me to go? Or are
No,
you
please.
gonna go?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the additional actions of the GHK increase the speed of healing. Wow, I gotta go higher because my eyes, I got it now. Okay, additional actions of GHK increased the speed of healing speed for many tissues, including skin, stomach, intestine lining, and bone tissue. So I'm actually learning this as we are reading it. And thank you, Rosalie, for pointing this subsection out. I don't know how many of you have glanced at all of this and not realized that there was even more information. And this is going to be great for the person who really wants to learn more. And this is going to be not necessary for the person who just wants to learn the basics. So there's opportunities, however they want to take their research further into it. Strongly chemo-attracted stem cells, capillary cells, and macrophages block the anti-regeneration effects of cortisones, suppressed insulin and insulin-like systems that reduces lifespan. Reduced helps to maintain fibrin, fib,
Fibrinogen,
fibrinogen levels. High fibrinogen levels are the number one predator of stroke. Okay.
predictor.
Sorry, predictor of stroke. And increased myostatin gene expression 9.4-fold. Myostatin inhabits heart failure. So
Yeah.
these are more dealing with the organs, the tissues, the bone of the body of what the GHK-Cu can do for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I Googled macrophage as well because I major in biology and I forgot what those are. Very interesting. So Google that and check it out and things like that. I even Google fibrinogen just to see what that's about as well. And very interesting for if you're working with a patient that's dealing with stroke or heart attack and things like that. Okay.
Mhm.
So now let's switch back to this and go ahead.
Yeah, so here you're going to just see little snippets of
Testimonial.
uh, the testimonials. And if you're skeptical, good. Just listen to some of these testimonials and invite your people to listen to them. And we're actually going to do it while we're here together so that we can maybe learn something from it, especially if you have somebody that has migraines or if you have stage 4 to a clear scan. Carpal tunnel is a huge one, eyesight, breast lump. So we're going to take the time as a group here to just listen
That's
to
it.
it and see if we can
Yeah.
learn from it.
So just so you know, if you click here, it would just play what's up here. But if you click here, it will show all of them. And for some reason, they didn't have space or whatever. They show most of them except for maybe 4. So I'm going to click here, and that gives you all of them. Okay. And so now I'm just going to play. And it's
Never expected to get this diagnosis to be stage 4 at 37 years old and then be able to have a clear scan. So, I'll forever be using these.
she had cancer, stage 4.
I was saving for my 20th stem cell treatment, and Barbara showed up and she put two patches on me. And by the time we finished talking, I was able to lift my legs much easier. It was amazing. And so I canceled my appointment and I've been wearing the patches every day since.
Yep, she had spent $200,000 on stem cell injection.
Wow.
I have had migraines since I was 12. Within a month, I went from having like a dozen episodes a month to a couple. I'm like, let me cancel my subscription and see what's going to happen. And within a couple of weeks, my migraines were back. I'm like, just kidding. I have to say, my migraines are gone.
It's nice.
I've been driving Amazon for several years, and because of the thousands of packages I delivered and the constant pulling myself back up into the box trucks after each delivery, I developed really, really sore forearms that were just not healing. Then I got introduced to the X39. And in just 3 days, my left arm totally healed. And in 9 days, my right arm totally healed. That's amazing. And I was able to just keep driving.
Also had a very large breast lump. I put the patch right on it and I felt it shrinking. And by the second month, it was completely gone. Haven't had anything since. Now I'm turning 75 in a couple of days and I feel more like I'm 35.
My back hurt so bad that I couldn't stand more than 5 minutes without having to sit or lean against something to relieve the pain. I put an X39 patch on my back, and 2 weeks later I woke up and thought, oh, wow, my back doesn't hurt anymore. Since that time, I've been using X39 and other LifeWave patches every day.
Isn't that this incredible, you guys? I don't know if you have all watched it, but
my tendonitis on my elbow right here flare up. And 5 years ago, it was so bad that I would only work a few hours a day. I grabbed it, I placed it right there where the pain was, where the tendonitis was. And that pain went down to a 2 and I moved my arm like normal.
What I noticed first was that my floaters went away, my eyesight improved, my digestion, my sleep. I had shoulder issues that went away, my skin improved. I have more energy now than I did when I was 30.
I've been blessed with good health my entire life. I'm in my mid-50s and I want to maintain my health as I continue to age. That's the reason I started wearing the X39 and YH patches 2 years ago, and I feel great. Recently, my medical provider did an inflammation scan, and the results show that I'm inflammation-free.
Yeah.
But I remember back when I started using the patch, like in the first 30 to 60 to 90 days, I didn't have the same energy that I do now. Now I have tons of energy. I wasn't sleeping as soundly. Now I sleep like a baby. I noticed lines and wrinkles just appearing that, I wasn't expecting. I'd be 49 this year. And about 90 days in, I look back here and I started seeing new hair growth. And the difference was night and day. Guys, give this patch a chance.
Patching, I had severe lower back and hip pain. My fingers were locked down every morning and I had pain in my heel, making it hard to walk. I've been patching for 2.5 years and those symptoms are gone, and I now walk 3 miles a day and I feel great.
When I found the X39 patch, I was looking old and I was tired. I had a torn meniscus in my right knee, and I also had a torn rotator that I had been dealing with for years. And within a few months of wearing the X39, it was all gone. And my skin looks so much better. I could not be happier with my results.
I started using these patches just to stay healthy, but the results have blown me away. My carpal tunnel from long hours at the computer is gone. My eyesight is better. My skin has never looked younger. And I'm in my 50s. So even after 5 years, I consistently keep noticing new benefits. So seriously, don't wait. With all the toxins we face every day, this patch is something that everyone should consider.
In 2019, I was diagnosed with a chronic blood disorder. The doctors thought I was becoming resistant to my medication. And so that March of 2023, I decided to order X39. About 60 to 90 days after I started, got my blood work drawn, and he says, your numbers are now undetectable. I can tell you today, I've been undetectable since then. Life has been nothing but a big blessing ever.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's so good. Okay, so let me see. I go back. Okay, go ahead.
So, we always wonder, how do we wear the patches? And truthfully, you can put the patches anywhere on the body. When you get and order the patches, you're going to get a pamphlet. It's going to show you two placements, behind the neck or underneath the belly button. And the reason why, that is where they have done the case studies, the science, and the research. So they have to put that inside the pamphlets. However, we know from David Schmidt that you can put the X39 and also the Eon anywhere on the body that you need it to be. Simply peel it and stick it, but you want to make sure that you're not applying it to anything with oil and cream on it. It's okay. You want it to be a clean, dry surface. And then you can put cream on afterwards if you need to, if it's in an area where you normally put cream. But it needs to be put on a dry surface. You wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. I really stress on the importance of this. The 12 hours is to activate the patch, and the 12 hours on is to activate. The 12 hours off is so your body can regenerate. So activation for the 12 hours on, regeneration for the 12 hours off. Equally important. You don't want to leave it on for a 24-hour cycle. Throw the patch away or place it on your pet and put a new patch on and repeat daily. And for best results, make sure that you do drink plenty of water. And now what I would say is try to add the Celergize to your routine from when you're doing the patching. And, some people get a little bit, well, I have to have it for the exact 12 hours. Well, no, you don't have to have it on for the exact 12 hours. What can happen is, if you only have it on for the 8 or 9 hours, that's still okay. Your body is getting enough of it. And if you skip a day, sometimes we have enough residual to where our bodies won't feel it, but it is best to be consistent with it. And sometimes I'm going to take off my patch, and if I had a half a patch, so sometimes when I have an elderly client or somebody that I know is detoxing a little bit, I may not have them patched with the entire patch. What I do is I just take off one of the stickings on the back and then have them put it on them and leave it on them for the 12 hours. Or what you can do is do the full patch and then just say, for today, and the next few days, we're only going to leave it on for maybe 6 hours and see how you do, and then build up to it. So that's another thing you can do. And Rosalie, please chime in if you wish to on anything like that.
Yeah, I would say that make sure you don't cut the patch in half.
Yeah.
And I would that would basically ruin it, and it won't work. But I would take just the half of the backing off, because if you take the whole backing off and let it be out, it may not work as well as if you leave half of the packing
Right.
on. That way you can use the other half the next day.
The next day.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And people are going to say, well, are there stem cells inside this patch? And the answer is no, there's no stem cells. Have you learned it was a lattice coat? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what to expect. Like you see when we do our Monday night videos or Zooms, in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. That's actually a third of your genes in your body. They begin to reset. So some people get that one patch wonder to where they feel it instantly. Great. It may improve their energy, their sleep, their things like that. But just know that it is working for them. The very first time you put it on, it's being activated, sending that message to the brain and going to work. Okay.
It reset to a younger state. Okay. So
Yep.
yeah.
And within 4 weeks, cellular repair is activated, slightly working on what your body needs most. And that's within a 4-week period. So that's your month mark. And that's when usually some people will start seeing a difference in their bodies. Maybe their pain levels decrease. You heard even in some of the testimonials, it took about 2 weeks for some, 2 months for some, 90 days for others. It just depends on how your body responds and what's going on with your body. And the patches will go to whatever is needed first in your body. So I may need it for my knee, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fix my knee first. It's going to fix something else that needs it more than what I feel my knee is, because I don't know what's going on internally in my body. So it's going to go there first. Okay. Within 6 months, your brain and energy come into balance.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah. Within 6 weeks, your brain and energy come into balance, backed by studies from PSY Tech Labs and the Center of Biofield Sciences. So that means that they did the testings and they could tell with probably the stuff on the brain and looking at it through lab work and whatnot. In 3 to 6 months, collagen increases, skin smooths, recovery quickens, and by 12 months, you don't just feel better. You got to scroll down, babe. You look and live like it. So you do feel better after that full year of wearing it. And it's like what the scientist recommends: for every decade you're alive, add 1 month for you to be utilizing the patches. Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now about the company and David Schmidt. If you haven't, well, I haven't met him either, but he's awesome. He's our founder, inventor, CEO. What begins in 2002 as a U.S. Navy SEAL initiative to enhance performance without stimulants led to development of LifeWave light activate patch technology and a new approach to wellness. For more than 2 decades, LifeWave has empowered people worldwide to feel better, look younger, and live a more fulfilling lives through products that activate the body innate, regenerative potential and opportunities that support freedom, purpose, and growth. Globally, David is the holder of over 250 issued patents and many more being written. More than 70 of those issued patents are in the field of regenerative science and technology. Throughout the years, LifeWave have received multiple awards, including the recent 2025 Biotech Breakthrough Awards for Stem Cell Innovation of the Year. And if you want to hear...
Created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process, we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
Oh, chills. Okay, so in that same section, you also see the little thing down here, just like with the GHK copper peptide section, there's, say, patent and studies. Now, in our back office, in our LifeWave, no, I'm sorry. In our back office, we have a whole section that you can refer to as brand partners, but our clients who have asked, and I have a few people who have asked to see some of the papers, clinical studies and so forth, I can't share that. It's not available for them to see. This we have put in each section, we have put something. This is another one that takes you to a separate page and it talks about our product. So if you view the underneath, it shows the US patent for our main patent, the patch technology patent for the thing. If you wanted to read, it's kind of
You can
very
see the
interesting.
patents in there and
It's,
everything.
yeah, it's very interesting. The patent for X39 is very interesting. A lot, our main patch and our X39 patch was, I think, what did you say? Erica was like, uh, um, not published, was given to us or award to us within like a year, which is extreme.
Yeah, I think it's actually 11 months.
Yeah,
You
which is
got it. 10 or 11 months.
extremely short for
Mm-hmm.
patent application and so forth. So now when you scroll down a little bit, you actually see all the clinical. So these they look like this. You did the arrow down, it show you in all section X39, there's 2 study. If you click
All the
learn
clinical
more,
studies on the website.
yeah, if you
and
click
back up
learn more, you'll actually see the whole paper. Okay, and people who want to learn more, they can go there and read it. It does give a quick synopsis here for that study. And then there's a number 2 study. We have more than this, but we can only do so much for that. And that gives you the whole paper. That just make me kind of sick to my eye, looking at that. But anyway, if anybody really want to read it. So same thing here on Eon, and the same thing here for carnosine, and so on and so forth on all of our major products: Silent Night, Ice Wave, SP6, Elevita, and Aculite. I don't see X49. I'm not sure
Yep.
why, but any case. And that was the
Or
end.
energy enhancers aren't on there either.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or energy enhancer. Okay, let me see. And
Oh,
that
there
was
it is, right there.
where?
The clinical cases. Keep going, scroll down.
Oh yeah, okay. No, it's I don't see those. I see water machine at the end here.
No, X49 was the first one.
Oh, they have 2.
They
Oh,
have a
okay, yeah.
clinical studies for X49. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, good. Oh, so they have a separate one for papers and a separate section. Oh, I didn't see that. I thought it was the same section. It was clinical highlight. And then this one is into more detail, I guess. This one missing X49 and water. This one has everything here. Okay, so there you go on that one. Okay,
That's
nothing.
pretty fascinating. That's great for the people who really want to dive into the science behind it.
Yep, exactly.
Mhm.
And then let's see, go back. Did you guys have a question?
Yeah. This is Michael,
Hi.
regarding those. Hi, regarding the the scientific reports.
Yes.
Do they include metrics on blood testing on stem cell counts before and after taking the patches
They
for a given period of time?
Yeah, they do. They do a lot of different type of markers or whatever that they say that's proof certain things. You can read it and see. But yeah, absolutely, before and after for and even a control group that's just given nothing. So that way, like the placebo place, how do you say it? Placebo
Placebo effect.
effect and so forth. Yeah, so yeah, definitely they do that. Okay, so
So
that's
there are those counts. And then one other primary question I had on that. To my understanding, and I get and I believe this thing about helping, if you have more active stem cells and more of them, because of their nature, they certainly help in healing and other things. But relative to the aging process, I'm of the understanding that aging in general, generically, is a result of reduced cell splitting combined with shorter telomeres on your cells. Is this patch program separate from trying to address that end of aging, i.e., shorter telomeres as you age?
Actually, there's one of our patch is addressing that specifically, that have proven. Now the shortened telomeres have not been 100% proven up by our company. I'm not saying that by just the scientific community in general, that's not a true indicative of lifespan, but the shorter or how long you live and so forth. But it has been favor that school of thought. One of our products, I can't remember which one off the top of my head, but it's on the product summary. have been shown to lengthen telomeres. This addressed something totally different in terms of the stem cell, because the stem cell is really to help you heal, not and I think there's reason why telomere gets shortened with age and so forth. It's not talking about, cell growth and those, but it's just specifically talking about for X39, specifically talking about stem cell reactivation and bringing them back to a youthful state. Okay, so that you can heal and therefore get away from all those aging symptoms of aging diseases and so forth. Yeah, and making you feel living much more comfortably and so forth. And in many cases, actually reversing your age, just like you saw on this particular slide. It's not, you don't just feel better. I think it was in 3 months, your heart has shown to reverse in age by, what do you remember what it was, Erica? In 3 months, your heart reversed in age by
In 6
6
months. In 6 months, in 6 months, your heart begins to reverse by
3
7
years
years.
or 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah,
7
something like
years.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. So it's not just talking about just preventing it from aging further. It actually taking you back to where you were at a much younger age.
And I think the three ones with the telomeres is going to be X39, glutathione, and carnosine. And I believe that's why it's called Y age. The system with the eon, the glutathione, and the carnosine. But I know for a fact it's going to be X39, glutathione, and carnosine with the telomeres.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Does that help, Michael?
Yep, that
Okay.
helps split what the patch is really
Yeah.
designed to do. So,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
So,
You're welcome.
Are you supposed to take over, or am I finishing? Okay, no, it's
You're
fine.
finishing up.
Yeah. Experience the benefit with confidence. Try our patch for free for 30 days. And it's say 90 days here with an asterisk mark. I just want to make sure you guys know, once you purchase it, it only count towards your first purchase, and that you can call them up to 90 days. But if you have an
Auto
auto
ship.
ship, you have an auto ship and you got the first month, you got the second month, and you got the third month, and you've used them all up, that's 90 days, right? And you call them up and say, I'm not happy. Well, that's too bad. They will refund you for that first shipment, but not for the second and third, because it's only 90 days from for your first shipment. Okay, so it's
First
really
and initial shipment.
yeah, first initial, so really just 30 days. But 30 days, I think most people feel something, even if it's not tremendous, like a huge difference. But like for me, I got sleep like so much better. My gut, like lots of number 2 really works well and all that stuff. So yeah, I think you can see a lot. Curious about how this fit. If you click here, there's no information at all about where you go. It always say get back to the person who shared this website with you, which is, I love that. And if you click package and pricing information, you would get this, okay, which is basically what you can tell them. This is all the information I need to get you started. It is not the same as the customer order form that I designed for us. If you like to use that, then you give your client that. And then the separate one for enrolling a brand partner, this includes both of them. Okay, but the information that you need to start their program is still all there. Okay, so that's what you see when you click that one. And then the last part of this website is just starting to talk briefly about the cellular performance system, which I hope you saw. It's on our main homepage of your LifeWave website, and it's addressing. It's for the longest time we could not say the word stem cell activation in print. We can mention it to client, but we can't do it in anything that's posted on social media. That's for the public to see. We cannot put it on our website, nothing. But when we won this award for the Stem Cell Innovation of the Year, Now we are allowed to say it, but only if we mention those two products together because they want it as a package. The Cellulargized Morning and X39 won the Stem Cell Innovation of the Year awards last year, and that's why we can talk about it. But really, it works so much better. Like Erica had mentioned, Cellulargized Morning have a lot of the raw material that most of our patches needed. And I'm not, sometimes the client are not sure if they're getting some of these raw material. Raw material mean amino acids, some trace mineral and whatever in their diet, and so forth. So we put it in a daily supplement. Now, and then of course the water is just going to amplify the whole thing. If you happen to have the water machine or live near someone who has a water machine, then you can, steal it from them or whatever. No, not steal, just beg for them. So the key thing I want to mention briefly is I have a client and I'm gonna invite next Tuesday we're gonna have an actual client introduction to LifeWave for our team for that Erica and I run on Tuesday next week, and we will be having this person. I hope she's available. I think she is, to give this testimonial. But she's the first client that I had where from the get-go, I recommend X39, Eon, Ice Wave, and Cellulargized Morning. And she did them all because she was so desperate. She had neuropathy on her left foot and her left leg for 8 years. Could not feel a thing. She has to walk with a cane because she couldn't feel it, so she kept tripping and falling. And then it started when by the time I talked to her, it was starting to migrate to her right leg, right foot and right leg. So it's not as bad as the left side, but she was so worried that basically she would be in a wheelchair if the right legs progress the way the left leg did. And then if you have both legs and feet without any sensation, then you basically can't walk. Yeah, you'll fall down. And she has a lot of issues with balance as well. And she's a tiny little lady. And the reason I suggest immediately Cellulargize is because she eats so little. I wasn't sure if she's going to get any of the raw material for the patch to work well. And she followed everything I say to the T. She did her electrolyte, everything. Within 3 weeks of being on the regimen, her feet felt the water that she stepped on because her husband spilled some water in the kitchen, and she never felt that. She could step in dog poo poo and wouldn't feel it, and then 2 weeks after that, which has been like she'd been on the patch for maybe a month and a half, she started to be able to curl up all of her left toes, all of them. It's incredible. And she was like almost crying when she was telling me this. I started crying. So it was a powerful, and it really does work very, very well. So I've been using both of them, of course, together for a long time. And it's very tasty. It's just a light citrus taste. I split it in 2 glasses because 2 scoop a day, but 2 scoop in 1 glass of water is a little bit too sweet. So I split it and I just drink it, twice basically, for the day. So that's basically it.
Can I say something? If
Of
any of
course.
you make smoothies,
Oh yeah.
I add my Cellulargize, actually my second scoop of Cellulargize to my smoothie. So my first one in the morning is with my water on an empty stomach, my X2O water and Cellulargize. And then probably about 2 to 3 hours later, I'll do my second scoop, and that is inside my smoothie. And it gives you like that orange creamsicle taste when you were a kid.
Oh, that's
It
nice.
tastes good.
And I
Yeah.
think Melinda had asked me if she can put it in her herb iced tea, and that's okay. Tea, coffee, and wine are not the best thing for our body because it's not the best. However, a little bit is okay, and so you can drink it with your iced tea if that's what you choose to do. Okay, so we are done with the website. Any questions, thoughts,
I just wanted
anything you
to
want
add
to share?
something.
Yeah.
That one of the things that I noticed that we're all supposed to do is not to keep a sleeve of our patches in the car.
Yeah.
Correct.
To be at room temperature.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, the
And
best
don't
thing.
put them in the refrigerator either.
Right.
Yeah, don't put them in the refrigerator, freezer. Put them in a cool place inside your home. And or you can get a Farricade little pouch. So if I'm going to be patching people, I have a Farricade pouch that I carry, take it from home with me, and then bring it back to home.
Yeah, I leave it mine in the bathroom where I brush my teeth. So I remember first thing in the morning, I just put it on. And so,
I have a question.
yeah,
Sure.
So I know of several people that just never can sleep. They wake up in the wee hours of the morning, can't get back to sleep, and it's driving them crazy. So I guess I know you said that, Rosalie, that just the X39 helped you sleep. What if they say, "Oh, I just want the sleep patches only"? I mean, what would you tell them? Or I don't know anything about them, but
um,
Can I
am
answer that?
yeah, am I still
Okay.
sharing the screen? I'm trying to get out of it.
Yeah, you are.
I am. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a really good question, Melinda, and I'm going to ask a couple questions to you. Is that person taking any sleeping aids to sleep with?
I think they've tried all different things.
Okay. We want to try to, if somebody's taking a prescription of a sleeping aid, we don't want them to ever stop it cold turkey just because of the silent night patch or the Eon or the Alavita that can help them sleep. You want to, if you're going to help them get off the sleeping aid, remember we're not doctors, but what we would do is keep wearing the patches, but then slowly start decreasing the sleeping aid. But in your case, your friend isn't taking any medicines for that. So what I would recommend, if they only want to try the silent night, let them just try the silent night. If they buy one patch as a customer, it's $70. So you may want to say, you know what, we've had good results with Silent Night and Eon at nighttime. So they can try that. It's really up to you, or gift them a few patches. But with the Silent Night, it sometimes takes about 3 weeks for it to get started, and it does not make you drowsy. What its purpose is to maintain your sleep, not put you to sleep. So it just maintains your healthy sleeping pattern through the night, but it's not there to actually put you to sleep.
But is it something they could just take if they, didn't want to buy a whole bunch of different patches, they could just buy the sleep one, and it's $70 for a sleeve?
It's $70. So if you're only going to buy the one patch and excluding X39 or X49, if you only buy one, it's $70. If you buy two, they go down to $60. If you buy three, they go down to 50, and you can mix and match those. So maybe what you might want to do is always add it to maybe your order if it's a good friend of yours. I don't know who the person is to you. But so if it's not if it's not a friend, then they're going to have to either get a 3 month supply up front, or they can, another, yeah, it's either going to be 70, 60, or 50.
So
One, two, or
Melinda,
But it isn't something that has to work with another patch. You have to get two different kinds,
No.
or does that make a difference?
It enhances with you wear it with the Eon, because the Eon is going to help with the parasympathetic and relaxing the body and getting rid of any stress or anxiety, help you relax, inflammation. The sleep one is to maintain your sleep,
So
not to put you to sleep.
Melinda, a sleeve is a 30-day supply of a patch, okay? So that's how much when you buy one sleeve of whatever the supporting patch, it's $70. You buy three, whatever. So, but the one reason why I would always start somebody with X39 first is that, let's say they say, I just need the sleeve. I'm, Silent Night is the right thing for me. And if you tell them it's $70 versus 100, it's not a huge difference. They probably, and you can probably give them enough reason to start with X39 first. And the reason is that the Silent Night help you sleep or maintain your sleep, but it doesn't come to the root cause of your sleeplessness. And X39 will help with that. It can go down to, okay, what like you say, okay, take a Tylenol for your headache or put ice wave in if you have headaches. But Ice Wave, which is our pain patches, does not address why you're having the headache. Whereas X39, it can come in, the stem cell can do its things. Maybe something's going on with your brain, something's going, whatever. So it actually can have a chance to work to the root cause of the problem, not just masking whatever the symptoms that you're experiencing. Okay, so I still I won't talk somebody out of a sales, but I would really give them enough reasons to go the other way. Yeah.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
other questions before we
Mike have another one.
I had one more question. Erica, during the presentation, you
Yes.
mentioned that one of the patches or some combination resets 4,000 genes.
That's going to be your X39.
Okay, in that context, can you put a definition on reset? What that means in the context of X30?
So it's going to be
so it reset to that gene younger state.
A younger.
Yeah, it just makes it like, I think they may even address that in one of the studies. I'll see if I can find it for you. But that's what David always say. It's like it's hard to unless you truly understand. And Michael, you're a researcher. That's why you're asking all these really hard questions that we don't know how to answer. But it does reset your genes to, like, how when genes are getting older, they tend to mutate. And that's when you start getting different kind of disease, chronic illness, and so forth. The resetting would help some of those go backwards. So some of the mutation will go away. That's one way for me to look at least for mutated genes. But maybe there's other things that the genes do, which I'm not privy of because I'm not a genesis, that it does. Yeah, but I know for sure as genes get older, as we get older, and as we inhale more toxin into our body, our genes do get mutated. That's exactly why you get sick, you get illnesses, and so on. Yeah. Okay.
So kind of reorients them and gets them back on the main track of what they were designed for.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's back to a younger, healthier state of utilizing.
Yep.
Of being utilized. Yeah.
Okay. So I know it's 7:10 and I promised to have this cut at 7. So the last thing I mentioned is that I finally was able to populate our YouTube channel, our team YouTube channel, which is open to the public. And I'll put it in an email, but if you just search YouTube for Team Illuminate LifeWave, you'll find it. It's right here. It has Team Illuminate up here. And please subscribe because we only have 3 subscribers and we have a bigger team than that. But what I did so far, just so you know, is I put down a few of our corporate video, the Be the Light, the short one that's in that website. I put the 200 patent one in. I haven't done a lot of them. But what I've done is any of the really good testimonial that I've seen, either from a Zoom meeting from someone, this was from one of our own, Chrissy Chapman, did a Zoom introduction to LifeWave testimonial with this lady, and you should watch this. It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then there's some sports one. If you happen to know people, like for kids, people don't think that this is for children because they have plenty of stem cell. Well, they have plenty of stem cell, but when they get injured, the stem cell make them heal so much faster, like cut their recovery time by 2/3. And you'll hear that from some of the coaches, some of the parents and the kids. I have a lot more of this. These 2 people with special needs kids, the children were incredible testimonial that I stumble upon and I redo it. So my goal is to get more testimonial here that you can send to your client. Again, they're not too long. Most of them is a couple minutes to, I think the longest was like 10 minutes. But I'll put in the people with symptoms of Parkinson and dementia and things like that. Whatever I can find that's in a video form, I will try to post it on here. So please go watch them so you'll know how, if you want to send them to anybody that you may encounter, and then also subscribe so we get more like, subscribe when you watch the video, like it, so then eventually YouTube will see that there's enough traffic, and watch it from beginning to end, please. If you stop in the middle or you abandon it in the middle, it brings the particular video to like a lower level, and with the algorithm of YouTube, it won't be showing to different people's feed. Once it get more traction, it will start popping into different people's feed that maybe do a search under LifeWave or something like that.
I just subscribed, so I'm
Okay,
in.
thank you so much. Yeah,
And then did you also want, does everybody part of the Facebook group with the testimonial group, Rosalie?
Yes, I am.
This one, yeah. This one is called Living with X39, and basically this one right here, okay? And if you click on it, you have to be invited, but we already invite all of you. That's part of our and you can invite client as well. Mel has done a great job inviting client. Look at this guy. This is like 5-6 months from here to here. Look how much inflammation he had versus now, so great.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, but you can do your search here. Don't search up here because you'll see a lot of but in here there's a search bar that basically you can literally put anything in there. I think I checked Vertigo for somebody, for Melinda recently. And it pops up anything that had the word vertigo in it so that you can see stuff, in like patch paste placement and stuff. So, and if you have any yeah, this is the same lady, Veronica Clay Temple. If you have certain ailment that you didn't see anything pops up, let's say, I don't know, whatever, MS, something like that, you can always post in your, it does have to go through it does have to go through it does have to go through a approval process, but you can just type in, but give them a little bit more context. Don't just say any suggestions for vertigo. Give a little bit, the person has been suffering from vertigo for a while. So give them enough, and then people would chime in, especially all the leaders that's been doing this for a long time and been using the product for a long time. They'll give you suggestions of what to do, what patch to use, where to place it. Make sure you ask whatever questions you need. And there, if you don't find anything that you can use within the group already. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yep. That's about it.
And Saturday we have something with Christy. I don't know if you want to talk about that or not.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Saturday, Christy Chapman is going to be doing something to help you launch your own business. I can get you the correct times and then we can put it in the chat, or I think I did put it there, but I didn't.
We did.
I think it did.
Yeah, we did already by mistake.
So you guys know about it. Launch light, 10 a.m. Pacific time, July 25th. Okay?
Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ladies.
For staying. Did Kim stay or did she left?
I think she just left.
Okay.
And so did Robin. Can you stop the recording or?
Oh, yes. Let's stop the recordings. Thank you for reminding me. Okay.
And great job, you guys.